and welcome to another edition of Revision with me, Mrs. S. Today we're going to be talking about landforms of erosion and deposition. So that means the middle course of our long river profile. So we're going to be concentrating today on the characteristics and formation of meanders and the favourite of everyone, oxbow lakes. So grab your usual revision materials, pens and pencils, and let's get started on today's revision, focusing on landforms and processes. So meanders, why do rivers bend and meander in the middle course? Well, it's all to do with the fact the gradient has reduced hugely in the middle course. And this means that erosion goes from being vertical to lateral, and that means side to side. So that means if we were to slice through or take a cross section of a river meander, the outside bend is much deeper, and that is because the fastest flow, also known as the thalweg, moves around the outside bend. The inside bend is our slower flow, so we've got much more friction between the water flow and the inside of the bend. This gives rise to deposition on the inside bend because of all of that friction, and we end up with something called a slip-off slope. And on the outside bend, because of all of that erosion produced by that fastest flow or thalweg, we end up with a river cliff, which is much deeper, as you can see on the outside bend, because of all that erosion, particularly hydraulic action and abrasion. So how does an oxbow lake form? It's all to do with that relationship between erosion on the outside bend and deposition on the inside bend. Over time, the river will cut through the neck of the river, and that is the area where the meander starts and ends. So this means we end up with eventually a straight channel and a new lake being formed, and this is cut off usually by a final flood event where lots of deposition occurs and that river bend is cut off. As you can see here, we're in the process in this video here of that process happening. You can see the steep river cliff over on the right hand side where the water is moving around the outside of the bend, causing lots of erosion. And eventually the river on that bend on the right will cut through to the straighter section, as we can see it on the left, leaving behind this meander as an oxbow lake. So hydraulic action and abrasion are your key processes here, but don't forget deposition on the inside bend. That is absolutely crucial to explaining these processes. So that's the end of this video. Here's your revision questions. Don't forget to pause the video. And if you don't know anything, go back and rewatch the video. Thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you next time. Bye-bye.